Hi everyone, and welcome back. So today we're going to start Unit 3. This is going to be on ratios and proportional relationships. And we're going to talk about Unit 3.1 today. It's called Unit Rates. And this can be found on page 189 in the textbook. All right, let's go ahead and put our names up at the top. And put your class period and today's date. And let's go ahead and write what you'll learn for today. So today we're going to find unit rates. And we're going to be able to compare and use unit rates to solve problems. Okay, so again, we're going to find unit rates, and we're going to compare and use unit rates to solve problems. All right, so this is one of my more favorite part of the year, finding unit rates, because this is the part of math that we really do use a lot of all the time in normal life. Let's take a look at the first one. It says, express each rate as a unit rate, round to the nearest tenth if necessary. Okay, so let's go over what that means. So unit rate. Unit means one of something. So we're trying to figure out how much one of something costs. Okay, so like how much for 1 gallon of gas, how much for 1 box of cereal, or whatever it is. Okay, we're going to round to the nearest tenth, which means 1 decimal place. Now remember that if we're dealing with money, then we will need to round it to 2 decimal places. So even though it says nearest tenth, remember if we're finding the cost of something, we will need to round to the nearest cent, which will be 2 decimal places. All right, so let's take a look at the first one. Letter A says $11 for 4 boxes of cereal. Well, again, we're finding a unit rate. The word unit means one of them. So we need to find the cost for just 1 box of cereal. So what we're going to do is we're just simply dividing today. So we're going to take 11 divided by 4. Okay, so go ahead and type that in your calculator. 11 divided by 4. And that's going to come up to 2.75. All right, and again, we need to actually write out what this means. So this means $2.75 per box. $2.75 per box. All right, so when you go to the grocery store, if you, like Walmart for sure has it, I'm not sure about other places, but if you look at the tags on your food items, there's usually like an orange box or a yellow box or a red box kind of over on the left side next to the price, and you'll see a smaller price. That's called the unit price, so that's what we would be paying, all right? So like so much per ounce or by gram or by liter or gallon or quart, okay, whatever it's sold by, that's what it would be as a unit rate then, all right? So sometimes it's good to buy the bigger box of something, sometimes it's not. I know ranch is always an interesting one that if you go look at the different bottles of ranch, there's probably like 5 or 6 different sizes. Well, which one do you need? Well, if you really are going to use a lot of it, you're better off to go ahead and usually buy the bigger bottle, but sometimes not. I know sometimes peanut butter, you're actually better off to get 2 bottles of the, or 2 jars of the smaller peanut butter than you are to actually buy the big one. So sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. So you'll just kind of have to look next time you go to the grocery store. Okay, let's look at letter B. It says 400 miles on 14 gallons of gasoline. So that would be 400. We're going to divide that then by 14. All right, so go ahead and type that in. 400 divided by 14. And this time it did not work out evenly, so we're going to round off to the nearest tenth, and it's going to be approximately, which is a squiggly equal sign, and then 28.6. And then we're going to go ahead and label that, so it's going to be miles per, and then GAL is gallons. All right, 28.6 miles per gallon. Okay, let's go ahead and try the guided questions. So go ahead and pause it, and let's try those. And let's take a look. Okay, so 1A is $18.50 for 5 pounds of something. They didn't tell us what. Okay, so that means $18.50 divided by 5. So that's going to come out to $3.70 per pound, which is LB. And then 1B was 100 meters in 14 seconds, so that means 100 divided by 14. And that's going to be approximately, this time it's going to round off to 7.1, and M is meters, and then per is slash, and then S means seconds in math. So M/S. All right, and that's it for those. So let's move on to the next example. Okay, example 2, financial literacy. An online music store sells 15 songs for $12. Another online music store sells 10 songs for $9. Which online store has the lower cost per song? So basically this is kind of like iTunes versus either Google Play or Amazon or some other place that you buy online music from. All right, we're trying to figure out which one is the better deal. So are we better off to get 15 songs for $12, or should we go ahead and get the 10 songs for $9? So I know sometimes whenever you buy an album, sometimes you can get the like a special edition or whatever, and it includes 4 or 5 more songs for just a few bucks more. So are you really better off to get the extra songs or not? So we're going to find out. So we're trying to find out the cost per song. Okay, we need cost per song. So the money actually needs to go first this time. So for this one, we're getting $12 divided by 15 songs, because it's cost per song. Cost is first, so we have to put it first. So we're going to take 12 divided by 15. That's going to come out to 80 cents per song. Okay, let's put A over here for store A. We'll call this one store A, and then we'll call this one store B. Okay, so for store A, it's only going to cost 80 cents per song. Now let's go the other one. So it's $9 for 10 songs, so that'll be 9 divided by 10. That's easy math, so that's going to make it 0.90 for 90 cents. So it's going to be 90 cents per song. All right, so what they were asking us was, which one has the lower cost per song? The lower cost. So we better go with A or B. There we go. So in this case, A would be the lower unit rate. So we'll say store A has a lower unit rate of cost per song. Okay, so just give me one little short sentence. Just kind of restate what's going on in the problem. So first, tell me which one it is. Store A. Well, why is it store A? Because it has a lower unit rate. And what does that consist of? Cost per song. All right, so when those come up, oh, I forgot my dollar sign over here. There we go. All right, so when those come up, just go ahead and write out just a short sentence. It doesn't have to be really long. Just make sure you're restating everything that's going on. All right? All right, let's turn the page and let's go to the got it question. So go ahead and pause it and try that one by yourself. And come back to me as soon as you're ready. All right, let's take a look here. It says a store sells 2 different sizes of the same brand of sunscreen, an 8-ounce bottle for $5.76 and a 12-ounce bottle for $8.88. Which size bottle is the better buy per ounce? And explain. All right, so usually, you have to buy new sunscreen every year because it does expire. And if you didn't know that, yes, it actually does. Just look at the bottom, and there's usually a date somewhere on it. So sometimes for my summer, I only need just a small amount because sometimes I only go on just a very short vacation, and sometimes I'm out a lot, so I need the bigger bottle. And this is one of them where they do kind of get you, so you got to watch carefully. All right, so let's underline some keywords here. We need buy per ounce. Okay, so buy per ounce means money per ounce. So we're going to do the money first again. So this is going to be $5.76 we're going to divide that by 8. Okay, so let's go ahead and type that in. And it came up to 72 cents. So it would be 72 cents per ounce. Ounce is OZ. And then for this one, it's a 12-ounce bottle for $8.88, so it'll be $8.88 divided by 12. Okay, let's go ahead and type that in. And that's going to come out to 74 cents. Oops. Per ounce. All right, so we're supposed to figure out which one is the better buy per ounce. So were we better off to buy the smaller one or the larger one? In this case, we were actually better off to buy the smaller one. So we're going to write a little sentence here. So the 8-ounce bottle is the better buy per ounce. All right. And then we're also supposed to explain it. So first we wrote it, so explain why. In this case, it'd be a 2-cent difference. So it is 2 cents cheaper. There we go. All right, let's take a look at number 3. It says a typical bottlenose dolphin will take about 34 breaths in 4 hours. How many breaths will a bottlenose dolphin take in 7 hours? All right, so now we're going to get to the second part of the objective, which is to actually compare and use them. So we've practiced with comparing, now we're going to use that as well. So first we need to figure out how many breaths per hour they're going to take. So in this case, we'll take 34 divided by 4. And that comes out to 8.5. Okay, so now we have to think. Well, I know how much it is for 1 hour, but I got to figure out how much it's going to be for 7 hours. So think to yourself, if I know what it is for 1 hour, then how am I going to figure out what it is in 7 hours? Well, in this case, we just multiply it by 7. So we're going to take 8.5. We're going to times that then by 7. And that's going to come out to 59.5. Breaths. Oops. In 7 hours. There we go. Okay. Now, if you're lucky enough, like this was a 4, so if we were lucky enough where we needed 8 hours, yeah, we could have just doubled the 34 and then we would have had it at 68. So sometimes you can just double it and it comes out even. But for the most part, you're going to have to find the unit rate, which is what we found there at the beginning. Okay, find out how much 1 of something is. All right, then you're going to use that to figure out how much is going to be for the next one. So I guess we should write that this is per hour. Okay, in case you need to look back. So that's 8.5 per hour. And then once we find for just 1 hour, then we can multiply by however many we actually need. So if we only need 2 hours, we multiply by 2. If we need to multiply it by 5 for 5 hours, we can do that as well. All right, so find the unit rate and then multiply by how many you actually need. Okay, let's take a look at the last one. A bakery can make 195 donuts in 3 hours. At this rate, how many donuts can the bakery make in 8 hours? So if we're planning a little trip to Heckley's, we can kind of figure out how much it is. I've never asked them how much they can make in an hour's time, so maybe we should do a little field trip, right? All right, so we have 195 divided by 3. Again, this is going to tell us the number per hour, so 195 divided by 3 is going to come out to 65. All right, so they can make 65 per hour. Again, I don't know if that's a lot or not. I've never asked them. All right, now we need to figure out how many it is in 8 hours. So since the first one was in 3 hours, we can't just double it because that would only give us 6, and we can't triple it because that would give us 9, so we'd have too much. So again, we have to find what 1 hour is, and then we'll use that, which is the second objective for the day, and then we'll come back and multiply it. So we're going to take 65, we're going to times that by 8, and that's going to come out to 520 donuts. And let's see, how many was 8 hours. And that's it. All right, so your first step is usually to divide, and then if you need to figure out a more compound rate, then you're going to figure out what the unit rate is, which we did, and then you multiply by how many of something you need. Okay, so for example, if I bought a pack of pencils and there was 20 in a box or whatever, I could find the unit rate per pencil. Okay, then I would need to buy enough for the whole class, so that I would multiply by however many I needed, and then that would tell me how much I would end up spending altogether then on pencils. All right, so that is it for today. Thanks so much for watching, and give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks, bye.